Hi, Jonathan. It's Kim Salgado. I got your message this morning and I almost had a small panic attack because I thought the rubrics weren't embedded. Anyway, here's your class. I want to show you a couple things and then I'm going to post this video probably for some others. I'll take your name out of it and do it again. But here's your class, and what you're going to do is when you grade, you're going to go into course menu and grades, and then your whole grade book comes up. So these week 1-4 short responses, and probably, I don't know if I can scroll over with you seeing it, and probably all of the short responses, and maybe your progress checks or project checks, and all of everything else probably in your course is going to be graded this way. So your discussion boards are always graded a little bit differently. I don't know why. I think it has to do with the way they have to connect the rubric or something, but you're going to do this the same way for the rest of the assignments. So you're going to go into the week that you want to grade, and you're going to hit grade all. So use this drop down menu and then hit grade all. And then before you can attach the rubric, you actually have to go into the submission first. So you're going to go into the student's submission. You're going to open Heather's paper. And you can actually, if you want to, grade side by side and do this at the same time, you can actually go up here and right click and open this course in a separate window. So if you want to grade this side by side, then you can do the same thing. So this is how I grade. So then go back into the course menu, go to grades again. You're going to go back where you were before into the week 1 short responses, hit grade all. So this is going to pop up again too. And then you're going to, I don't think you can see it in my camera range. Let me pop it up. See this little tab right here? This actually will make this side by side for you. So then you grab it, you kind of grab it here, and then you move it over. If this makes sense to you, I hope I'm making sense anyway, and you can see what I'm doing here with this. You kind of got to finagle it a little bit, and so I'm going to go back down. Here's Heather's submission again. I'm going to open Heather's submission on this side and scroll down. And so over here is where you're going to open her submission so you can see her submission. And scroll down. So here's what she turned in. So you can see it, but you can also play with the window here. And I think you can see this at the top. I'm going to make this one little too. So here's her submission. And if you grab these at the top, you can kind of move them over and play with them so you have them both side by side. And see how you can pull this over and make her submission bigger so you can see her submission. So you're going to read her submission, and then you're going to scroll over here on this and see where it says evaluation and rubrics. Here's your rubric. So you're going to pop open your rubric, and I know this is kind of hard and it kind of messes everything up. Pop open the rubric. Play with it so it's side by side with her submission, and or if you have 2 screens, you can do this simultaneously on 2 screens. I know it's kind of a pain to do it this way, but if you continue to do it this way and you get used to it, you can line both things up at the same time, and then you can grade at the same time. The most important thing though is to make sure you're giving her good feedback and what you find. So I always find that having both things open at the same time and grading while I'm reading is the best option, because you can see her work, and then you can grade it as you go. So here is the rubric. You're going to hit save and record after you grade her work. And I'm going to cancel out of this. And again, it's on the same page as her submission. And here's the rubric. You open the rubric, you grade her, and the score. Let me open this one more time so you can see it, just to make sure you can. And if you pop down here, if this little check mark is here, and it says transfer rubric feedback to general feedback, any feedback that you give her in here, and all your feedback would go here. So if you choose this, let's say you choose this here, you can actually click on this pencil area and give her feedback right here. I'm not going to save this, so this will go away. But as long as this box is checked down here and you hit save and record, all of her feedback her grade will populate, and all of her feedback will populate to this area, which will also populate into the main grading area. You can also give audio feedback while you're going through her work if you want to give her a little, talk. You can also record a video, but I think it records your face. So I don't know that it will, it'll show her work. So if you want to do an audio video, I think they only last about 3 minutes, just so you know. So anyway, if you have that checkbox checked and you put feedback in the rubric, all of that, let me see if I can make this big again. All of that will populate. Let me go backwards here. All of that will populate right here in this feedback area for Heather once you do that. And it's just easier for me if I have them side by side when I'm grading. But to answer your question, the rubric is there, it is embedded, but it is in the submission area. So you have to, go in, pop into your submission, and also at the same time look at the rubric. I hope this helps. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.